Hello everyone and welcome to my first video. Today I will be showing you guys this simple and lightweight makeup look that I have been rocking since I don't wear makeup a lot, but on the days that I do, this is what I've been wearing. So let's start off with the primer. The primer that I'm using is the Benefit Professional primer. I really like this primer because it helps minimize pores, and it's really good for my skin since I do have oily skin, and it tends to keep the oiliness at bay at least for a couple of hours. So I'm just putting that on my cheeks, my nose, the center of my forehead, and on my chin. The foundation that I'm using today is the Derma Blend Medium Coverage Foundation. This has an SPF of 25, so it's perfect when you are on the go and you don't have time for your sunscreen to set. This foundation is perfect because it has all of that included, so it has the coverage and the SPF. And I'm just blending that in with my fingertips. The next item that I'm using is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I really love this foundation. The color that I'm in is in Ginger. Putting that on underneath my eyes, just anywhere that I need it, a little bit more coverage on the center of my forehead, and just gonna blend that in again using my fingers. I find that using my fingers, it really warms up the product, and it smooths everything in, like it sets everything in better sometimes than a brush. But I do use the brushes sometimes, but again with this concealer, since it's so light, I like to use my fingers with this. Just gonna set that in with the e.l.f. powder brush just to take away any streaks that I may have, so my foundation can look just blurred and perfect. Here I'm going to be using the Hoola Benefit bronzer. This is a cult classic. I really like this bronzer. I'm going to put this in the crease of my eyes just to add a little bit more definition back into my eyelids. And again, I'm going to be using the Marcelle face powder to set my foundation in underneath my eyes and my nose, my chin, and my forehead, all the areas where I tend to get oily throughout the day. Again, going back with that Hoola bronzer, I will be just doing a little bit of light contouring just to add some definition back to my face. And I like to look like a little fish since I don't have a lot of definition in my cheeks, and just putting that bronzer on the hollows of my cheeks. Again, picking up the powder, just doing the same thing on the other side of my cheek, and just placing the powder where I have hollows of my cheeks, and putting that underneath my chin, again to add some definition back into the face, and using the same powder just to contour my nose, just a little bit of contouring. And I like to actually put this on the bottom lip just to add a little bit of depth, since I don't have big lips, and so I find that this gives the illusion that at least it's a little bit bigger. Here I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian blush in Paaarty. This blush is so beautiful. It's such a light pink corally color, so I find that it's perfect for my skin tone, just to add a little flash of color, and looks like I'm glowing and healthy from within. I like to add that on the apples of my cheeks and just blending everything in. Here I'll be using the Shu Uemura eyelash curler. I really like this curler since my eyelashes, guys, are so thin, like they're so straight, like pin straight, and it's really hard for them to have a curl, but I find that this eyelash curler does that for me. It really does, like brighten up my eyes and my face, and just brings more light back into my face, like brightens up my eyes. I used to use this mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara in carbon black. When I was in high school, I used to love this mascara, and I just stopped using it and started using other brands, but I repurchased it about a month ago and just fell back in love with it because it really, again, lengthens my eyelashes and gives it volume, and it just makes my eyes more awake and more brings more light into that area, I find. And it's so easy to put on because the brush is so skinny, so it doesn't tend to smudge on my eyes. So nice. I really love this mascara. What a difference. Here I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime, like little balm. It really does condition and adds moisture back to the lips, and I do find that my lipstick and lip liners tend to last longer when I use this product. It was a really good buy and purchase. This lip liner in Soar by MAC is amazing because if you guys are my color, I really recommend this lip liner because it just makes my lips so full, and it makes my lips like it looks better, like my lips, but better with this shade, I find. And just blending this in with my fingertip. Here I'm using this little Anastasia double-ended little spoolie with an angled brush, just brushing up my hairs so I can use a little bit of brow powder on them. Here I'm using the Lorac eye powder, powder in, this is in, what color? Sorry about that. It's in dark brown, and just filling in any sparse areas that I have. And just brushing my eyebrows with that spoolie. Again, I'm just putting the powder, just focusing on basically the areas that my hairs no longer grow, unfortunately. I've seen lots of girls getting their eyebrows microbladed, and actually I booked an appointment for January with a local artist here in Toronto, so I'm very excited about that. Here I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighter. This highlighter, guys, is so amazing because you only need a little bit of product and it just looks like you are glowing from within, and just gives you a nice, again, healthy flush to your face. Oh, like it's so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that intensity. And again, just picking up that product, I'm just going to put it on the corners of my eyes just to, again, bring light in these areas, and on my cupid's bow, a little bit on the tip of my nose. I like to put this product when I'm not wearing any eyeshadow, just on the middle of my eyes, again, just to make it more brighter and more luminosity to those areas. Alright guys, we are almost done. Just gonna get this NYX eyebrow gel. It has color in it. It's in soft brown, I believe. I'll be putting everything that I use down in the description bar below. And using the Benefit Hoola bronzer on just the bottom eyelash, again, just to bring some definition back into the eyes. Just gonna set everything with the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray, so my makeup can last all day and hopefully help with the oiliness and shine. And actually this spray does the trick. It does really help with that. Again, just fanning myself out so the spray can set. And here you have it guys, the end result. I hope you enjoyed it and have a nice day, and see you in the next one.